Yahoo! Alright! Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Odyssey! Yahoo! Yeah, we're back playing this game. Look at this pretty game. It's a Switch game. Yeah, we're playing. Okay. Now that I've forgotten how to do an intro. Let's go! But yeah, we're continuing on with whatever mission this is. I don't quite remember. I think it's like getting Sim Sam something or other in the, like, sand.
It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
It's coarse and rough and irritating. It gets everywhere. You know. But yeah. Welcome back. I've been waiting to record all day. It's been a long time coming for me today. I had work all day today. So, it's been a long day. But how are y'all doing? I always like doing like seeing how y'all are doing today. I know you can't respond immediately. You could respond in the comments. But gosh, I forgot this does this. You know what? Bye-bye. There we go. I always like to check up on the viewers, you know, see how y'all are doing. It's always good to ask. Like, I mean, we scare because we care. I'm Monsters Incorporated, you know. There's something I've, like, had on my mind as of, like, late. Is the expectation to do what is expected of you the actual outcome of what you want in your life? I'm young. I'm 22. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm an old man, or, oh, I'm still young at heart. No, I'm 22. I'm a 22-year-old dude. And I've wondered, what if I just, like, dropped off and went and did what I wanted to do, like, go live a life that, like, your stereotypical 22-year-old in, like, the 1970s or 80s would. Like, just go travel, go do what you want, and just, like, experience life. Like, and I'd love to do that. Don't get me wrong, I would love to. But I feel compelled to do what is expected of me, which is, you know, get a job, pay your bills, just essentially work the rest of your life. Showdown of the inverted pyramid. And, like, just continuously work. And that's something I, like, don't want to do. I do not enjoy... Oh, excuse me, I got a burp. I personally do not enjoy the aspect of the mundane 9 to 5. I'm the type of person that enjoys monotony, but I hate tedium. And you might think, well, what's the difference? Tedium is like the aspect, to me, it's the aspect of doing the same thing over and over, but it's like the task of which. So, tedium versus monotony. Monotony would be working every day, and tedium would be going to work every day. And for me, it's like, I hate the tedium of going to work, but I enjoy the monotony of doing work. Like, I like enjoy working. I just freaking hate the idea of, oh yeah, you have to go to work and you have to do all these things at work. I dislike it heavily. And the day-to-day that's what it is. It's the day-to-day tedium of existing. It's not fun. Like, I could probably vouch for a lot of people here. You want to do whatever makes you happy. You want to do what's enjoyable for you, but also, you know, still pays the bills. As I capture this bullet bill. You want to do both of those things because it can meet the requirements of living while also experiencing life. And I'm right now caught in this conundrum of I don't really know where to go where I'm at because I'm 22 and I work an office job during the day. Like, you can't get more tedious than going to your office job. And the work is not hard. I'm not doing, like, difficult, painstaking, labor-intensive work. I'm not. I'm sitting in an office doing a customer service job. Like, if you could imagine a random episode of The Office.
Staying alive.
TV of the hit Comedy Central, I think, or TBS or whatever, show The Office. That's what I'm doing. during the day. You know, except just with no hijinks and putting Dwight's stuff in Jello. There's no there's no Dwight. I just feel like a gym with no punchline. So I want to pursue a life of fulfilling, like, and I wouldn't say fulfilling my dreams, because you're not gonna fulfill your dreams. I'm gonna die. That came out wrong. You're not gonna fulfill your dreams sitting in an office or sitting doing tedium. You could fulfill them with monotony, but tedium, I don't see it. And it's hard, because I personally, I know, like, a lot of people, we've all grown up watching, like, these TV shows where characters can do whatever, whenever, and they can live their dreams and live whatever reality they want. And it's like, oh man, I can't wait to do that. But for most of us, that it won't come because we're not given the opportunity. And I wish I could have the opportunity to just go, you know what, I'm going to go live with friends and record videos, and that's my life. Because if I could do that, that'd be perfect. But it unfortunately is just not feasible. And it's annoying. So I would love to break out of the mold of the 9 to 5, not the Dolly Parton musical, of the 9 to 5, and go do, I'm going to die, and go do something just exciting. Not just like, I want to do something fun. No, I want to go do something exciting. I could imagine that a lot of people feel this way, because, you know, I'm a 22-year-old. Like, there's a lot of 22-year-olds. Remember Taylor Swift? She was one of them. Like, you want to do so much now, but you feel so helpless because you can't do anything right now. It's this horrible catch-22. Like, oh, I want to go do these things. Well, do you have the money? Well, no. Well, then you can't do these things. But I want to do these things. Do you have the time? Yeah, but you don't have the money. So you have to work in your early 20s to get the money to go do what you want, and then when you finally get that money, you're in your 30s and you're exhausted. I mean, heck, I'm exhausted now. So yeah, it's just been something that's been on my mind lately. I don't know what y'all are thinking, because, you know, I can't. I left my crystal ball in my other pants. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments what you think about the whole idea of doing what you're what you're expected to do versus what you desire to do. Like, are you content with your 20s being your work years, or do you want your 20s to be your experimental years where you go out and do random things? Like, for me, like, the most random wild thing I'm doing right now is recording. Is doing this, essentially. Like, this right now, this is it. This is the most, like, out there, like, outlandish thing. Whenever I'm at work, I tend to, like, write stuff down to be like, oh, hey, I could talk about this during Odyssey. Because I save Odyssey now for... What? Oh, this guy. Yeah, I know this guy. I save Odyssey for, like, ooh, I just want to talk about something random. And here I am doing exactly that. Whereas Tsushima, I'm focused on the game and, like, everything, like, you know. I feel like this is my time to sit here and just talk. And I thoroughly enjoy doing that too. Like, I enjoy the aspect of, like, oh yeah, you can just, like, talk. And just, maybe someone will respond, maybe, who knows? Who's to say? Not me, I don't know. But you just have to wait for it. I've talked to people about this. Like, I've talked to some of my friends, like, 22-year-olds have, like, 21 and fresh out of college people, like, adults. They have this huge amount of expectations on them. The expectation of, oh, you have to go do something. You have to get a job now. You have to you have to and it's not an option. And you're like, well, what if I want to do something else? Like, well, you have bills. You have adult stuff to do. And it's like, yeah. But you have all I feel these expectations that I have of, oh, I have to go get my job. I have to go get my I can't get in there. I have to go get, like, my pay off my bills. I have to get a car. I have to go do this. I have to go, like, exist. When in, like, reality, I don't want to just exist. I want to live. But, ouch. It's difficult. It's difficult to do, especially now with the big C-19 hanging over our heads, because like you really can't do much in terms of like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with friends. No, you're not. Well, you can. That doesn't mean you should. You really should not. Because, oh my gosh, the world is on fire. Literally, like, the states are on fire. Oh, I went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that back. Maybe I can. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I'm sick. That wasn't really that epic, but I'm gonna say it was. Yeah, you have this expectation of, oh, I want to go do something, but you can't. And it's I lost my train of thought. And moral of the story, it's hard to be 22. It's not fun because you don't know what to do and you don't know where to start with what you want to do, even if you did have something you could do. It's just gross. It's just gross is what it is. Well, that was a quick boss fight. Really nothing of merit. Just, you know, fight a brutal. I don't remember what her name is though. He got the moon. He got the moons. He did it. Nailed it. Because I want to be. I'm gonna be a cowboy. Baby. Bring. There we go. It's me, a cowboy. It's me, Super Mario for the PS4. It's me, Luigi for the Xbox One. It's me, Toad for Android. I don't know if you've seen that video, but look up Super Mario for PS4. It's a really good video on YouTube. Actually, what am I doing? I can, like, warp. No, I can't. Now I can. Videos are so... Game videos, I will say, can be very difficult to make. Because... See, back in the old days of YouTube, back in, like, 2012 and stuff, the expectation was, oh, if you make long videos, then you have a better chance of getting featured, and you have a better chance of this, and this, and you'll get noticed, and, like, your videos will, like, go, like, viral a little bit easier. Now, videos are way more favoring, like, no more than 10 minutes. No more. Which, like... Well, I died. I totally died. Is a little nuts, because gaming videos, like this channel, are at a huge disadvantage. I start at... I don't start at, like, level 1. I start, like, a couple levels back. Because... Why? Why do I keep hitting the lip there? Because I want to... Oh, I want to play game. And I'm not as, like, well-versed in editing... In a way, it's like, oh, well, you're doing the easier side of content, so in a way, you should have to work harder. It's like, well, yeah, but also, I want to be successful, and that's really difficult to do when I'm already so far back. Like, when you're not even at, like, the starting line. It'd be like NASCAR, NASCAR reference, here we go. It'd be like watching NASCAR, and... the lowest seeded car who, like, placed last in, whatchamacallits, the prelims, I guess. I can't remember the exact name. Like, whoever got last in the prelims has to start 3 laps back. And shoot, I can't remember it. Of course I fell. They start 3 laps back from the rest of the racers. Like, it's not fair. But I'm not comparing fairness here. It's a little odd that you would have to do that. And I do feel bad for people that have to go through that, if they did. So for something like this, where it's, oh no, I'm already at a huge disadvantage, I feel for the people that start from, like, that would have to start from that far back. So, I hope one day to catch up to... Give me you... I hope, like, one day to catch up to other YouTubers in terms of scope and, like, make a name for myself. Because I've said this like quite a few times. The goal of these games is not for me to like, I want to hit it big. I want to make it big. I want to make it loud. Like, cats don't dance. That's not my goal here. My goal is just to just play games and upload them. And whatever happens, happens. I hope to garner subscribers. I hope that by the time some people are watching this, it's 2 years down the line and I have more than 33 subs. Like, for all I know, I have like 1,000. That'd be the dream. The dream would be to like turn this into like an actual living. Because it, like I said earlier, it would be like the thing that I desire. It would be something that I would want to do. Comparing it to, oh, what you desire versus what you need, like what you're expected to do. Expectation would be I stay at my 9-to-5 job and I work. But my desire would be to move forward with YouTube. And I'm getting like really sidetracked here from the point that I was the point I originally intended to make. So I'll skip ahead to what I meant. What I wanted to say was relaying back to content creating. Content creating is difficult. It's very challenging because of the expectation of what you need to have. Like like I was saying with the gaming channels have to work a lot harder because it's a lot, in theory, a lot less work. Which is not true in all the cases, but that's what it is at face value. And that relates to just comedy as a whole. Now, there's like the two big things, like comedy and humor. Comedy is... I'm not going to give you the dictionary.com definition because I don't know it. But to me, like, humor is what people find funny. Like, what they personally find funny. Comedy is what can be funny. So... Oh, I gotta hit these. Yeah. Got it now. So, humor would be a joke akin to, oh, kids laughing at like a pee joke. Like a kid peed his pants and that they're finding it humorous. Whereas like I myself do not find, well, I do find pee jokes humorous. Like work hard, pee hard kind of thing. Oh, crap. Whereas with comedy itself does not find like pee jokes like funny. Like you wouldn't go to a stand-up comedian and expect him to make pee jokes for an hour. You wouldn't. It'd be just, you'd see it as crass. But humor, like if you find it humorous, then you find that funny. See, it's this big spectrum of what is comedy versus what is humorous. Ugh, that hit me. And what is funny. Like, what is funny to me is not... Could be funny to you, but it also could not be funny to you. It's weird to think about. Okay, we're gonna end this now. Gotcha. So, I think that's the point I'm trying to make. And it all relates to what I was thinking about the last couple days with, like, Eric Andre. Eric Andre... and the Eric Andre Show, two separate entities, but Eric Andre is funny. And I find him humorous. And to me, he represents a special form of comedy. So that's where like all three of them tie together. And comedy is hard. Comedy is not easy. Being funny can be easy. Some people just can be funny naturally. Some people, I have a friend named Danny who can be so funny without even saying a word. Like, he can just give me a look and I'll burst into laughter. That's him being funny and me finding it humorous. But is it comedy? Some would argue, yeah. I don't think it's, like, comedy. I think it's just humor. Whereas comedy has to have, like, some semblance of thought and planning put into it. Like, for instance, a comedy special. A comedy special is, of course, comedy. It's in the frickin' name. So you would expect it to live up to the standard of what you perceive comedy to be. Eric Andre, his quote-unquote style of comedy, like, transcends anything you think. It's akin to, Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is a fantastic comedian. Did I get the moon? I did. Is a fantastic comedian. He represents comedy to many people. Is he funny? Not all the time. Is he humorous? Yes, I think he's very humorous. I personally think he's humorous all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but I think he's Oh hi, I think he's humorous a majority of the time. So I'm like talking in circles here, kind of like Mario just walking around. I'm talking in circles because it's such like a gray area of discussion and discourse. Like, what really is comedy? Like, is comedy saying John Mulaney quotes over and over? Is comedy doing the Coinstar bit over and over? If you look up the Coinstar bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Is that comedy? Is comedy Bo Burnham? Is comedy what's it? Will Ferrell hitting a cowbell to Blue Oyster Cult's "Don't Fear the Reaper"? Is that comedy? Like, what comedy is that? And that's the thing. Comedy is so subjective because it comes back to funny. Like, you can have comedy that is not funny, but you can't have funny comedy. You can't not have funny comedy. Wait, right? I don't know. I'm talking in circles now. It's so weird to talk about. Let me hear your thoughts. Like, what do you think in the comments? I'm curious to know because I want to like have this discussion. Lake Kingdom or Wooded Kingdom? Two very good choices that we'll decide next time. It's actually, we're going to decide right now. It's Wooded. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. So thank you all so much for watching, hearing the ramblings of a 22-year-old who feels incredibly lost right now in this world, but still continues to pursue. I'm like making it seem like I'm wrapping up a nature documentary. The 22-year-old is enjoying life to an extent. Nah, I'm just living, and I hope you are too. But I hope you can. I hope y'all out there can not only live, but you can experience life, because that would be not only the dream for individual people, but it would be the dream for many. To see other people. For some people, watching others experience life is a gift in of itself. And on that note, experience life. Go out and do something. Take a deep breath and go for a walk. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more. Comment down below and join in on a discussion that I've been having with just myself thus far. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscriptions are nice. I don't know. You see everyone talk about them. They're cool. But yeah. So I'll see y'all next time when we go into Wooded Kingdom. I did my outro wrong. See you next time for more Super Mario Odyssey.